kontem asone sokroje don hwere ba kontem medebesum sakase ewo afidie eso ensem no do so pa na de edimu akotene ebi ene se enei openipa wono na wo NPP amanyoko no mu ba ko akasa e de atodwa wo twese ye hwemu a eyade Dr. Muhammad Bawumia wono a na wo safata se flag bearer no obetu franka e de ama NPP amanyoko no wonsemfufo mu nso no enei Ghana Mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wabebepie mu ewo oman Ghana mu ha na wode nani kire mu ewo China man mu nei wasan aba oman Ghana sanso ena yedi ni bekire mu ewo eye DVLA4 akache nei wonom enso edinsem bi aba betu edwa efa eye fees bia wonom ejeje eso a wochose emrahye bedefie age sa fees ni na atum ensem bi ka wani mu na afofo bi eka ho don hwere ba kontem maswa ne bede amede eba besomo sekase ewo afidie eso ebusuafo yede wase sa brena brebia no nya adagye nya botre etna wo TV homa yede ensem no esom se de se efata midin efia boafo adepayento nkra embato ye ba ensem no nhwemu eto aso. Mame sai emma akwaba biem afe kame ho na ensem ni ntwemu mefa ensom me hyase na me hyase edi every Ghana Mampani Ghana PSC His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na kache na enei o Mampani ababepie mu ewo oman Ghana mu ha na yi na yinum se enche yekwa enokoko pie mu ewo China man mu a woni mpanifo ekodi nkomo kwatwetwe enkomo efa enkitahudie eda wo man China ena afe Ghana entem na enumu no kwa no de betu dwese eye mfidi ahodro ena afei tires ahodro ena afei nkitahudie ahodro bia ewose ekoso na oman Ghana ne China yenyonkofo no etumisi pinesi tano wode ni na eba ebetu dwa wo twese ehwebe November na se October busumi ayewomi beko na wie ye de na kyese tires no ededa enwoma ye different oman Ghana mu ha ekopie mu ewo eye China no obeyini na edi efri ho nkitahudie ahodro bebre na ne koso wobra omampani John Dramani Mahama ekopie mu ewo China mainu emu ene nyame ayadabro yipmokwa mu ema omampani ababepie mu ewo oman Ghana mu ha se de wuhu ewo screen no eso no baye no na kyese omampani abadi ekire enna wokohia no ni mpanifo ahodro bi ena wonum kohia na wodi nkomo kama wotumu se enije abafie pa nitine ya fasa kwani eso na yema Ghana Mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akwaba se wotumi akọ na wasan ebedru oman Ghana asomdwe mu. Yetwa ensem no eso na yegusu ejinemu ewo amanyosem emu na eneya movement for change na eno no eye movement bia na waka wo ho abom a wonom kyese wopese wonjine bi na kyese eye owura Alan Kojo Chamanten na enei wonom apa movement for change no ho ntoma a wonom asese edin no e de free movement e de for eye United Party na kyese enne no enye movement for change biem na mum eye United Party.
The vision of the United Party is to make Ghana the economic powerhouse of Africa by 2040. By 2040. And that is what we call Vision 2040. And we are branding this as the Paradise Project. So by 2040, if the people of Ghana, by the grace of God, install us in power, then we promise them that by 2040, Ghana will become a paradise. Now, you may articulate your vision, but what is it that you are going to do to realize your vision? That is what your mission is. And our mission as a party is to build one, a united, peaceful, secure, and prosperous country. Can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if you are divided? No. Can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if there's no peace in your country? No. Can you become the powerhouse if you are not secure as a nation? No. And this, together with prosperity, is what would make us the economic powerhouse. And also, our mission is to provide equal opportunity for all Ghanaians, not for some, but for all Ghanaians. What we have been witnessing since independence is that the opportunities are open for only a few people. The United Party is going to change that dynamics in Ghanaian politics. And it is to provide the opportunity for every Ghanaian to realize their full potential. If you want to become a carpenter, want to become the best carpenter in Ghana. If you are an electrician, we want you to become the best electrician. If you are a doctor, we want you to excel and become the best doctor in Africa by 2040.
National Chairman, Arima United Party, Abubakar Sadiq Boniface, what is it to just say?
Ghana, we are suffering. As we speak, I'm telling you the truth. We have the solution. Believe in UP Plus. And UP Plus in 2028 will deliver the results. We want to change Ghana. Our leader is working. I'm not saying he's a replica. But at least I can acknowledge some presidents of this country you never run away from. The man who delivered Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You can't talk without mentioning his name. Everybody has his bad side, but at least Kwame Nkrumah cannot be forgotten. We can't forget of Kufuor. That is true. Leaders are there. These people, when you mention, they are powerful, charismatic, transformational, and transactional.
Yet Kasebono eso na Daddy Lumba ewo echi ensensem enam so ema ene ensem no akwakọ piemu ewo court efa eye oyiripani enafe ebusua entem no ene court no eko asetena ewo Kumase Asante mantem emu a wonom kyese oyiripani no kyese wono pe ena woyere se woba embremu esanse wono ena embremu no wetumi aye no ho ade ene court no kwa asetena no wanum etu ensem no ede ahye October bosom ne da etoso eduonu wotwe wafie mu se wanum kọ na ebreso a wonsan embra biem.
High life musician Daddy Lumba ediane maame wo no wode ma no kodwofosu efrati asefo asase su July bosomida na etoso eduonu ensia enam so ema ebusua no de derubansem betu dwa ochiromo se eyiyo no bekoso Kumase December bosomida etoso ensia ewo Baba Yara Stadium bra sansem ni beto dwa no enam so ama Daddy Lumba ne yire akosu ase wa chiromo se enyade ane bodwo so esanse ebusua no antena se ama wo mu ensia pono ambobo eyiyo no ho ntotoye kobim se wokohu wo social media so Nsembi no a wosan edekodan court ende se wono nkoa ene Daddy Lumba ne yire na afenso kunayo no so wono nkoa ene beye na mom ene ade a wobefoa so ama odobroni so aye bi sansema wodo no ene de wo court asetene mu no se ne wo mo ahye se wo mo ebetoa ensem yusu ehini mebusumi ya ne da etoso eduonu enwotwe eno ti se sie de court ahye se Nyankopon ya adoma ehini mebusumi ne da etoso eduonu nwotwe ni mu no Womosan ebetena ensem no eso wenam so makosu asewa ne lawyer ni William Kusi bra woni nsemtrefo twetwe nkomo no ensem sei ene wode atudwa.
And so the court has adjourned the matter for that to be determined before we go to the substantive matter. On the 28th, we'll be coming back to argue the capacity. And after that, then I'll move my motion for injunction. In fact, we have been promised by the court that she will set a timetable to ensure that the matter is decided upon within a very short specific time. So let us be assured that things will be very swift. and we'll have the decision so that Akusua Sewa can perform her video without delay and cook dancers.
But after carefully the parties that attack you,
we need a volunteer to come in and say that no, we want to bring you together. Anytime there's settlement, we are amenable to settlement and we are ready to settle the matter. Some of the issues are so basic legally that I'm not sure it's worth litigating upon. But the authorities are quite straightforward about who a wife is. And so if we get someone from a high place to sit down with us, I believe we should make it settled. Look, we are committed to protecting the integrity of Lumba. And we are ready to work within time to ensure that on the day that has been set, the funeral comes. And that is our project. And that's what we are going to do. See, we served the first defender on the 5th of October. And all through the process, they filed no process. On the 13th, they filed a conditional appearance. And then he came to court holding a motion that he has filed a motion this morning. People should appreciate the consent so that we can resolve this issue.
Yet so akasiebono eso na Drivers and Vehicle Licensing Authority DVLA ene impenifo e de ababeto abonten se won dwumedi wodi e won wono matena ye efa sikasem hono won bo won trimu emfa sikasem bia membeto abonten won se de wodi bia e wo wonom no e yade emra etaye chiri.
I've just been informed that I think minority is calling my head off about the delinquency charges. Let me use this medium to inform minority that if the delinquency charges are illegal, why was the MPP doing it for 8 years? Why were they doing it for 8 years? You've done something for 8 years, and you are now in opposition telling us that what you did for 8 years is illegal. So please carry this message to the minority that the delinquency charges are never illegal. The fees approved over there were approved by Parliament. Mr. Pedu, am I lying? The fees, the 225 charges were approved by Parliament for DVLA to charge. We took the boys off the road because the public had not been my deputies. But I know that before this project started in 2012, there were things like this. Public sensitization and education was done. But because I wasn't here to attest to the fact, I said, okay, then since people are complaining, let me withdraw the boys from the streets, do the public education again, then take them back. So it doesn't mean we've withdrawn the guys because we realize we are performing anything illegal. It is never illegal. We still stand by our points. The boys will get back to the road and check and do what is right on the road. So I'm using this your platform to tell minority in Parliament that if it's illegal, why was the MPP government, why were they engaged in that illegality for 8 years?
Yet so ensem no eso na kane swafo na wo hwe apomudin ho ensem so eye onimian for Dr. Bernard Okoboy wo de atudwa wo hwe se ayasabia hodro bebre na ewo oman Ghana mu hanoma wonom enwieye bebre na ewo mpempenso bia wo sempanifo ema wonom eni ekoho wo se wo hwe La General Hospital afi agenda 111 dwumedi ampanifo de baya wo se ayasabe bebre na aka enwuram enunti wo aban ena fe Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say sabre won fa nani enko sa ya sabia hodro ni na ho se beye na wodi sika behjem na aboa na won metumi aye ne ntem na wate won sa ede afre ho.
Remember, we say it's an amalgam because it has all kinds of elements who are all interested in development. So this is a civil society group that is interested in development for the people of Ghana. And today we focus on the health sector. 3 main things we're talking about. One is that the La General Hospital, as we speak, has been halted for almost the entire period that the NDCs came into office. When I was the minister, we worked on some of the interim payment certificates for the contractor, and that's why the project took off. from here, in fact, before I forget, from here, you can take a stroll and you look at the hospital. Even from the outside, nothing is happening. So we paid some monies, the administration paid some money to get the project going. Since then, NDC came. How much? Since the NDC came, the 2025 budget captured 60 million Ghana cedis that will be allocated to Nigeria. The finance minister has not paid 1 Ghana cedi to the contractor. So as we speak, all the construction workers, they've been laid off. There's nothing happening there. And by the way, recently I heard a report that 130 million has been allocated. When you check Appendix 4A of the 2025 budget, the amount there is 60 million. It's not 130 million. So maybe the 130 is in the future. I don't know about that. But even the 60, no payment. Now, we are very interested in La General because La General is a strategic hospital. La General is going to absorb the pressure. Wager, when you add all in Accra, it's not even up to 400. La General will provide at least 15 to 30 emergency beds in addition to what we have. And that is why it's a critical project. So we came to remind this government that it is not promise, it's about action. And by the way, La General was supposed to be financed through a loan, but there were difficulties with the arrangement. So Cabinet decided that we will pay for La General from Government of Ghana funds, the money that we collect from him. If the past government could pay for a contractor to start with, we believe that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his cabinet can also pay. So they should go ahead and pay. And this is for whether NDC or MPP, it will affect everybody. So it's not partisan. Secondly, we also mentioned that at Agenda 111, there are many communities in Ghana that are to benefit from Agenda 111. And we have cited 30 of them which have crossed 70%. Any hospital that has crossed 70%, the contractor needs only 3 to 6 months and can finish the hospital. And so I am saying for a fact that if Ghanaians had not voted the MPP administration, all these 30 hospitals that I've listed would have been completed by now.
MPP had 8 years.
Yes.
So
but
what happened?
Thank you very much. If
Wonom atwe wonti se wo pese wogina na wotu franka edema NPP amanyoko no afi 2028 eno nam so ema endei openi park kane no na wo ye mmahye bedwani edema adehye wonom ewo Okankwe South wono aso na Dr. Baumia ne campaign no wodi mu akotene pa ayie owura nana akomia wakasa ena wode atudwa wo twese se wopo bi a obetumi edi nkunim NPP amanyoko no edinimu afi 2028 dia ene ensan eye Dr. Baumia ho emfa abano enkomo obia wose Dr. Baumia wono ene wasafata se wodi NPP amanyoko no enim afi 2028
president 8 years and sister or ye acting president for 8 years before so society it's in the part of Jebe no musi obosa Jebe if you are the author a by experience Baumia or the move still or your champion or experience the what I had it said when you be a 7 171 he said what the Baumia in a air. I back myself, the person beside Kasie, wouldn't hear, I mean, Kasie. Dear back one, say, go ye nipa or be party anymore. Ye me are your children, any super, the what? Who should be a who to a man of a year, party now with the party anymore, and also the deep gun anymore. Who be a with me at furniture, the what? Who be a OTT now, the what? Obia, Ojanenu, Obia on the Abisa, Obia, the castle and fat party, and fat party, the what? Okofa will be, let's say, OBCO, William, or in Chumuru, in Otoa, Ghana, or saa nipa no de saa kasa no ba o saa de tumi ko kamwa na wa ka o de tumi kra kasa no e kasa de pa be e baba wa you be kasa o say oh ana we for ye ma fusi e do ababa no wa ye so what is akasa asa imporo o tsa de tumi aba ko kam o sa ko ma no bawo e be west obisi o and we are a Muslim then I will to ababa no ye sa kasa no o sa de tumi aba kam o de tumi ko kam wa minua o ba ya de no for Muslim to Africa amebwa when you are free stand command to me which na go campaign e wa Muslim when you be to move for free and I say when you man pussy for free now the two me command which na go campaign you to move and I say man pussy na be ka say so by we feel the pedinya o to now we face to buy na o do say still after Baumia a champion.
Empenifo apaw dwumedie sonko bi eho entoma ewo enkran popuni mantemu enne eno eye Go Lead Foundation na sa dwumedie eba behye emakina ebehye emankran eba be empower emma se beye na emanso ede wo ho begye se ba ne bibia mu a dibra hodro bia mu a emanso ede wo ho ebegye mu ebi
narrative of a foundation that will just organize fora and then bring people together and give motivational speeches. No, we are not motivational speakers because we ourselves as founding members need motivation. What we want to do is to bring these people together, cohort by cohort, train them. So this is going to be practical. It's not going to be something that will bring you together. No, it's going to be a program on this thing. So it's going to run like a curriculum. And we have the experts. I mean, you've seen the composition of the board. You've seen that every member of the board has been there, has done that. So yes, we have come together. If you need the media people, we have them. If you need those in law, we have them. If you need those in marketing and brands, we have them. So we have even people from development sectors, we have them. So we have come together and we are saying that, look, let's do something. If not, the upcoming generation, we also came from marginalized communities, and we think that if we don't salvage this situation, if we don't do something about it, we live and that's all. Who knows, maybe my child, your child may benefit from Go Lead. So yes, we are here for us and by us.
Wabra one more pa dwumadie no ho entoma no ma me Fatima to Abubakar Kane na woye information minister Ednyam Ekotechre woni ITV kase edin komo
ye nimu se entete ye di wo classroom ye di bi nso wo adwuma mu ye di bi wo fie ne nkeka ho na ye ni so ade hunu se ye bema emagunu enkanka maya o mo Ghana ha se o matoa school so na ntoaso school na o makono ntoaso age nimdie ene ahode e beboa ama ye pesi wa ye se abayo we obetumi aye ye president kwada chan ye se abayo we obetumi aye sentete ni ho no ma onya saa akukuduro no enkasa me pesa me ko parliament me pesa me assembly member me pesa me nso so company a me wo mu no ye kasa vacancy bi aba for titinani a me nominate me ho anase me tu me ho asi wo se adwuma mu mfama me metima ye ni nyina ye ntete endi ye ne ama be sensia ene yaka ye ho abom afom Go Lead Foundation.
NDC amanyoko no titinani Yera Johnson esiedu enketia na wodi thank you to no ekọ eye Ghana fa na bebi a woda Ghana fo ina ase ene wegina simpie so ene Ghana fo edinkomo akasa ene wodi atodwa se empen bebre no aya na Ghana mebunu bebre na kire se wonom epa konya ewo eye bambo adwumako no ebimu a aya na wonom edi protocol ne ade enenemu eno na wo kire se NDC aban enye ne sa wonom beyini na adwuma edi efiri wɔn mum nipa wɔsɛfata sɛ yɛ ɔbɛfa no ɛwɔ adwuma kuo no mu saa pɛpɛpɛ ɛne wɔn ɛbɛyɛ no ɛmfa ho sɛ wɔ party A anasɛ party B ɛmfa ho ɛne beebi a wofiri no wɔn ɛbɛfa wɔ adwuma mu sɛ wofata na wo sɛ nko ade a wɔn ɛbɛfa ɛwɔ bambo adwuma kuo no emu.
We also promise to recruit people into our security services. Not just recruit, but to make sure that our security services are properly balanced, properly regionally balanced. We are departing from a system where people are recruited based on their surnames. When there's recruitment, they look at your surname before they decide whether to recruit you. We are doing away with that. And we are making sure that our security services will be properly balanced. So all the recruitments will now take place at regional levels. Already, we have started with the military. Very soon, the other security services will open their portals for registration. Please, those of you who consider yourself capable, you do well to apply.
Aban krachi penia wojine mu edema adehye wonom ewo efije kwabre eye onimnyamfo pel ankra wode afoto akwa ama eman na se wonom enwo ho se wo di brebebre ewo eye amanyosemu ena afei companies ahodro emu enuti no se wo yoba embu ho abomfia enkasa media mintumi ye wo se hye wo nkran na hye wo ho din esanse wo betumi aye wode nsemi etu dwobo bra wo kokasa ye ewo World Girl Child Day Jumedia ekoso ene wode afoto yi ema emba
baby a yadru no hwe na no ye mampanyi call China okokosi studio se enche kra Ghana benya oba oye omampanyi no eno chere se there is a future for the women and nti me ba ye na mafoto nyina ne se ema bi oba bi ambu ne ho abomfia baby awo bia no matter the location emi kowie me Jesus e wo krokuma mu ene nyame adom wo krokese baby awo bia no sa wo ma wani ku adusua ho a nyame bepagya wo nti me hye wo nkran se omoma wo nani enku na adusua ho eno nko na betimi epagya wo ama waye ni petitire ntom de be ma nyina ne se yesofo apostle professor opoku nyina o say be the soap if politics is dirty be the soap to wash the dirt away obabia wo the uniqueness and someday ye beka but be the soap ma in some on beka bia no it shouldn't materialize be the change that we want to see in our politics and in politics enye huhu sa be the change yourself and don't let whatever is going on dominate your thoughts.
Penny Gwanchra for the Messia no Mitchell, Director of Education, there were Fijaqua Bressa to mention a David Akumia Sokwa, what they are 12 in himself. A mamma, one or more, no man, some crown the swim pa. The new put a watch him, and my pino at Tumpong, and was a tremu a bit the same. Ghana man, Penyabity, Vice President, DC, Yahodo, and MPs, Yahodo, may more. Among I am mad, Sani, and Mamma runs with me about a Dutch.
Your mamma, one of most cool, when I say, my boy, a person. Young and not a bear edgy. Na yem fa mo wabaso na medumadi edi am say wo kan bofuma the girl I am the girl I lead the girl in the front line of crisis oba me ye oba me di bibie nim oba me bo ama empasa basa ye ba e de be betimi aso amo ye ne ejina so ne mama na hu say omo so onfaso e ma ye nyina omo fuso onfaso no che say sabi obo so esuan ye yi a da che no wo betiti e wo oman yi yen kwatire kura yan vice president professor Nana Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman enam adesuanti ene ne oye vice president na friend professor sanso na ohwe oba fida kwa be South Director of Education na the municipal assembly no so oba odipo dan no oye honorable Patricia Ankra a omampani ayini se ohwe na chima no eno kire se ema so epegya mu a ebitima sori oba ha so ebie mu a MP wa se honorable Damata Salam ono so ye oba the chese emanu eko school yie omo mani sua wo hia omo no ma wo hia o madachi muto be di ɛko na sɛ mpanimfoɔ na sɛ adwumadie bi ɛde bɛni yɛnka asante amakwasɛm no yɛ maame yɛ nana yɛ asantoa ɛbɛ ɛto odi ɛde wɔ asanteman mu ɔna sɔre yɛ a asanteman edi n'akyi ɛna bɛ bia yɛ maame yɛ nana ebi bia yɛ asantoa ɛbɛdi anim eti yɛka nyinaa ne sɛ ɛne dua na ewiase si wɔ sɛ yɛma maa no yɛntu ɔmo fo yɛnkyɛkyerɛ ɔmo nkyɛkyerɛ a ɔbɛtumi de bɛ ayɛ ɛmaa pa na sɛ mmaa mpanimfoɔ papa a ɔbɛdi ewiase ne anim eti ne dua yɛ ɛfida kɔ abɛ saw yɛn nso yɛhyia yɛ no ɛdawoma honorable MC by ɛne mpanimfoɔ a wɔha sɛ wɔba nso ɔba abɛtu ɛma no fo social service department nso ɔba abɛtu ɛma no fo yɛn nso education fo nso yɛka kyerɛ ɛma maa no sɛn ɔmo nso yɛn ɔmo sua deɛ yi a daakye ɔne ɔmo bɛma ɔmo so ɔmo nso abɛdi anim ama ewiase na bia yɛ bia ama adi anim a nyɛmɛ no nukuni ɛyɛ ana ɛde asomdue ne mpuntuo ba.
Ugusu ehwe enwume no nsia kase ewo Nsania television so de aduru so yi eye edwedie eho ensem na yebeto aso no yentonkra embratewu. Yensan ema akwaba biem afe yede kase no ekọ edwedie eho ensem emu na Dr. Hassan Idrisu eye government statistician ene wode atu edwa wochese wo hwe Ghana economy no se de ekọ na eyade a egina ne nan so eba enkakra wose emu acheche pa akwakoju 4.5% efiri eye July bosum no emu ewo afie mu no wose etumi akọ nipa eye yehwe eye bosom no ewieye wonom enhyehye na afei enyoma hodo wodi egu akwema wotsu se economy no eyade a egina ne nan so eba.
Economy as measured by the MEG in July 2025 in terms of growth was 4.5%, larger than it was a year ago in simple terms. While this marks continued growth, and it indicates expansion in the economy by 4.5% for July 2025. It also signals a slowdown if you compare it to the MEC figure we recorded in July 2024, which is 8.3%. A clearer trend will become evident when we publish the quarterly GDP estimates for quarter 3 2025 on 10th of December 2025, God willing. The below trend growth in July 2025 mainly reflects lower output in the petroleum sector, as well as slower activity in accommodation and food services, health and social care, and manufacturing. Across the broader economy, the industry sector has shown the most visible slowdown so far this year. For the first 7 months of 2025, industry grew by an average of 2.7% using the MEG results, compared with 10.8% over the same period last year. Despite this moderation, several